Well, roll up for the Fab Four taxi tour. I'm here with Debbie Kenyon from the company, and you've just got a very special accolade, haven't you?
Yes, we have, John. We've received the Visit England Award, and we're the first cab company in the UK to receive this award, so we're really, really proud of ourselves.
And the name speaks for itself, but let's just clarify. This is a Liverpool tour of famous Beatles sites, isn't it?
Yes, this is the Beatles Fab Four taxi tour, yes.
Yeah, now, we're here at Strawberry Fields, but we're going to go all around the city, and Debbie's going to talk us through some of the tour's highlights. So stick with us for the next few minutes, and we'll show you something about the Beatles and Liverpool that maybe you didn't know.
Well, we're here on the iconic Penny Lane. So Penny Lane exists, a lot of people don't realise this, and this, of course, is the song that Paul McCartney wrote. And now both boys, both John and Paul, were asked to write a childhood song. And so Paul, he wrote Penny Lane, and John wrote Strawberry Fields. And the reason that Paul wrote Penny Lane was because so many things happened in this area when he was a young boy.
Debbie, here we are at the house of a certain John Winston Lennon. It's one of the most famous stops on the tour.
It certainly is, John. No Beatle tour would be complete without coming here to John Lennon's home. Moved here in 1945 when he was 5 years old, and moved here to live with his Aunt Mimi and his Uncle George. Lived here till 1963. After that he went down to London. In the house you'll see a glass porch in front of the doorway, and that's where he did all his rehearsing there. That's all the place he was allowed to rehearse was there. And when Paul came on the scene, that's where his little friend Paul, as Aunt Mimi called Paul, that's where they were only allowed to be rehearse and play their guitars in that glass porch. Independent shops have gone because obviously of supermarkets and so on. We are probably at the most important spot on your tour. This is St. Peter's Church Hall, and this is where John Lennon met Paul McCartney for the first time on the 6th of July 1957.
Debbie, we're outside Paul McCartney's childhood home here. We're very lucky in this city to have this quite literally on our doorstep, but there's people from all over the world who you've taken round here, isn't there?
Oh, there certainly is, John. Since we started in 2007, the Americans were the prolific visitor, but since 2007, and the words got around, I suppose, they come from all around the world. Kazakhstan, Russia, China, Japan, Brazil, a lot of South Americans, Australia. I can't think of one country that we haven't had visitors from.